classic comfort food, it's pretty easy to see why mac and cheese is at the top of many people's list. In honor of National Mac and Cheese Day, we want to welcome our friend Danielle Famaro, who's here to put a healthy twist on this crowd-pleasing dish. Good morning, Danielle.
Good morning, Alana. I love mac and cheese. Did you grow up eating mac and cheese like I did?
I love mac and cheese, absolutely.
I mean, who doesn't? But I think sometimes, like, we cringe because it's all cheese, and we just think pasta and all cheese, and it's just really good for us. So what I did to take the guilt out of it and have a guilt-free meal, but also give our children a more nutritious meal is I've amped it up a little bit, made it extra healthy, and still super creamy and delicious. So what I have in front of me here is this is the mixture, and I'm going to tell you what's in this mixture. Are you ready, Alana? Are you ready for all this deliciousness?
100%. And I'm really looking forward to this because mac and cheese can sometimes be my go-to when I'm like really tired to throw something together. So I'm really interested in hearing a healthy version. So what's in that bowl?
And there's some shortcuts too. So this is a butternut squash mac and cheese. So obviously the main ingredient here is butternut squash. So there's two things. You can take a butternut squash and roast it in the oven and then scoop it out and make it into a puree. Or you can just buy it already cubed, steam it, and then take a hand mixer or a masher and just puree it. So that's the first step. The second step is we have to add in the creaminess. So what I have here is 2 cups of almond milk, or you could do like a cup of milk for your kids, if your kids like whole milk, and then half and half, like half almond, half whole. And then I add in some garlic. I put 1 garlic clove in. And to thicken it up, I have some flour. Now, I use a whole wheat flour, but you could use a chickpea flour, a white flour, whatever you like. I just like to add in whole grains whenever I can. You stir this on the stove till it's hot and bubbly. Not like you don't want it to be bubbling out of control, just hot and bubbly and thickened up. You whisk it along. Once that gets thickened up, Alana, I take that creamy mixture, I put it right into the puree. It's that butternut squash puree, and I stir it all together. But we need the cheese. Like, what's mac and cheese without the cheese, right?
Oh, you need
it. Yeah, you need the cheese. It's like, hello. So I put in 2 cups of a yellow cheddar cheese. And it's already going to be really, really bubbly and hot, so it's going to melt the cheese within seconds. And so now you've got this right here. This is what I have here. But we're not done yet. You know we've got more seasoning to go. So here's where we really get in more of that nice flavor. I take a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. We'll put that in. Then I put in some salt and pepper, about a half a teaspoon of salt, a fourth a teaspoon of pepper, and we're just going to mix this up. Now, we're already pretty much done. I mean, I think the longest part of all of this is just roasting your squash in the oven or steaming it. But that's pretty much it. If you want a little kick of cayenne pepper for the adults, you could add a little cayenne pepper, okay? But last step, how easy is this so far? Seriously.
I'm loving it. And I love the fact that you can add the butternut squash, but it has that same orange cheddar color. So it can kind of sneak in there for those kids who are a little hesitant.
Yes, you sneak it in like they don't even know. That's why I love, you can also use sweet potato too, Alana. But I like the butternut squash because it just has a little extra sweetness. So all you do at this point is mix it all together, okay? And lastly, I like to add in some peas. This is optional, but I love adding in some extra peas in here. We'll put those in. And once you're done mixing this all together, what I'll do is I'll take a cast iron skillet. You can see that I've got one already next to me. But I'll take a cast iron skillet. I'll fill this up to the top. And the last thing I do just to add that extra crisp is I have some breadcrumbs here. Now, I basically just took a few pieces of a whole grain bread, and I just put them in the pot. I pulsed it a few times in my processor. You take that, you put it right over the top, just to sprinkle it on, just a light coating. If you like that type of texture, you could put some, some oil right over the top to crisp it up. And once you do that, it's already done because you cooked your vegetable. You just put it in for about a minute or so on broil. It's going to crisp up the top, and you're going to end up with something a little bit like this. And it is so absolutely delicious, super nutritious. My kids don't even know the difference. I actually gave them like a box kind. Like later on, we were on vacation. They didn't like it because they were so used to how rich and delicious and healthy, especially butternut squash mac and cheese is on Mac and Cheese Day.
Oh, I
hope
love
you
it.
enjoyed that.
Oh, I really did enjoy it very much, and you're going to have two very happy kids at home now that they get to enjoy this on this great day, right?
Oh yeah, I'll be digging it. As soon as we're done, I'll be scooping right into that. You betcha.
All right, save some for me, Danielle. Thanks so much for being here today.
It was so nice to be with you guys. Have a great rest of the week. Take care.